staying away. And if he does, how can you not respect that? I mean, 21 years in The Undertaker is an incredible amount over 2 decades of The Undertaker. I mean, The Undertaker's Ball, which dropped on WWE's Fanatic pay-per-view series a couple of months back, really illustrated for me what The Undertaker had done over 2 decades. And 2 decades is a phenomenal amount of contributions. More contributions than probably anybody. If you can get 21 years out of someone like The Undertaker and still see him perform at the level he's performing at with that one match a year, regardless if it's one match a year or it isn't, The Undertaker performs better than he ever has. I mean, back in 91, he wasn't performing at the level he is now. I mean, he has gained such a phenomenal reputation and doesn't deserve to have anything taken away from him. I really think The Undertaker is one of the best and one of the greatest of all time, and arguably is the greatest wrestler of all time. I can name off the top of my head some of the best pure wrestling matches in the history of the WWE that have involved The Undertaker. There is one that stands out. Forget The Undertaker matches with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Back in 2006 at the No Way Out pay-per-view offering in February of '06, Kurt Angle and The Undertaker competed for the World Heavyweight Championship that saw Angle retain in a phenomenal match. I can never put over Angle and The Undertaker's performance enough. It was a phenomenal pure wrestling match. One of the greatest pure wrestling matches I had ever seen in my life. Lesnar versus The Undertaker. One of the best feuds done to promote the SmackDown brand when there was a lot of brand competition. Back in '03, we saw everything from a Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar to a chain match. That year, we saw everything The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar did. Kane versus The Undertaker, a pure wrestling match. Bret Hart versus The Undertaker. Anytime you had those two guys, you had a pure wrestling match. The Undertaker provided us with so many different maneuvers and so many different offensive ways of getting across the ring. It was unbelievable. I mean, he was one of the greatest pure wrestlers of all time, especially in '06 and '07, and his work with the Legends and his ability to create magic inside of the ring. How can you take that away? How can you expect something like that to just go away with no explanation, no farewell promo? I mean, we knew Ric Flair was leaving because Ric Flair indicated once he lost, he was leaving. And with the farewell they gave him, we knew he was leaving. With the farewell they gave Shawn Michaels, we knew he was leaving. We knew when Bret Hart came back was only for a short period of time, to give him the satisfaction of knowing he had come back. The Rock, we knew The Rock was leaving because G.I. Joe drops this summer. He has to go away on a promotional tour. He will be back to be tag champions with Cena or something. The question still remains as to whether or not he'll be WWE champion. I'd love to see Punk and The Rock for the WWE title. I'd love to see WWE continue to bank on CM Punk, keep the title on Punk, and have The Rock be the guy who ends CM Punk's 6 or 8 month reign as champion. I hope The Rock doesn't go away for as long as what I believe he will. I hope he doesn't go away for 8 or 9 months promoting movies. I hope he's back sooner than what I think initially. I'd love to see The Rock back. I'd love to see The Undertaker back. I mentioned here on the show a couple of times, the roster has never been more active than what it is now. We have Lesnar, we have The Undertaker, we have Kevin Nash still under contract, Booker T wrestles every once in a while. We've got Chris Jericho back for the first time in 2 years, competing on a regular basis, which is something that's phenomenal, regardless if he's losing or winning. Jericho's a phenomenal talent to have there. We have Lillian Garcia back doing the SmackDown ring announcing. WWE has an impressive active roster right now, and it's going to become more active with superstars returning after injury just recently. Del Rio getting back into the title hunt on SmackDown, becoming an active wrestler. I mean, it's awesome. Rey Mysterio's coming back off injury soon. The roster has never been more active than what it is right now. With the occasional legend dropping by to promote something or to wrestle every once in a while, it's awesome. Blast from the past. Here recently, everyone from Hacksaw Jim Duggan to Sergeant Slaughter. WWE are gaining a tremendous amount of legendary respect for legends that really developed the business to what it is today. Something they didn't do in '08 or '09. Here recently, WWE are realizing we're treating our legends like crap. We need to start making them shine like they deserve to shine, and it's phenomenal. Whoever put that across to the WWE creative team, You did the WWE Legends a world of good, because now we're seeing specials devoted to Legends, we're seeing more DVDs produced to Legends, we're seeing the Legends get over here recently at WrestleMania 28. Everything from the end of an era match to the once-in-a-lifetime match to the Hall of Fame induction introductions that were done on the stage were done to perfection. I have never seen Legends treated with more respect in the last 10 years than I did at WrestleMania 28. Props to WWE for that. If only we got that 365 days out of the entire year, I would have some kind of satisfaction and peace of mind. Because I think Legends, especially Jim Ross, who never gets enough credit and is always made fun of, you need to be treating Legends like JR with a whole lot more respect than what you have been doing. Jerry the King Lawler's another one. 40 years of wrestling. Sure, the man was never WWE champion, but at least you need to treat him with respect. Not very many wrestlers are still around after 40 years. It's incredible how WWE have been treating their legends with a lot of respect. If only we had that 365 days of the entire year. Another reason I see The Undertaker and Triple H not being around all the time and there for the entire year to go on tour and stuff, and only drop by for special events that are 3.5 to 4 hours in length, is because they realize that it's all about the new talent initiative stars, and these are the stars of tomorrow. Not every year are The Undertaker and Triple H going to be on top. It's not 2003 anymore. Evolution is not taking control of Raw. The Undertaker is not feuding with Lesnar. It's 10 years since The Undertaker and Triple H were in their supposed prime. So they realize they need to leave and have the spotlight shine on the young stars. And you have to have a great deal of respect for them for that. But the question is still in the back of our minds, will The Undertaker and Triple H compete again? I will go on record for saying here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, The Undertaker will compete again. We will see Triple H in some kind of active role, regardless if it's a role as a COO, regardless if it's a general manager, regardless if it's a wrestler, or it's all three of those scenarios for the game. We will see him again, especially if he has something to promote like a DVD or a book, which I see him having. I see The Undertaker having an autobiography. I see The Undertaker having something to promote. We will see them again. They always pop up when they have something to promote, because they use WWE as a promotional form. And over the last 10 years, WWE really has evolved from what it initially was into this incredible promotional form. You have social media exploding. You have more fans than you have ever had, both male and female, from both demographics, all age demographics. Why not use it to promote something? HBK does it. You can't always rely on Twitter. You have to use a bigger promotional form. So we're seeing a lot more wrestlers return because social media has exploded. They will be back. They will be back. I have every reason to believe that we have not seen the last of The Undertaker and Triple H. The match on a 5-star scale was 6 stars between The Undertaker and Triple H at WrestleMania. It's guaranteed to be 2012's Match of the Year, and I can never put The Undertaker and Triple H over enough, because they did what they were there to do. Sell the pay-per-view. They got over the 1 million buys. What more can you ask for? Cena The Rock didn't live up to its expectation in a lot of ways. It was a good match. But for me, what really got WrestleMania over was this Undertaker versus Triple H match. No other match on the 10-match card, 11-match card, whatever you want to call it, lived up to the expectation of The Undertaker and Triple H. I think it was the best match at WrestleMania, and I think you have every reason to believe and correct those who are telling you The Undertaker's career is over. Triple H is done. He's heading back to the office. You have every reason to correct these people because they are wrong. We will see Triple H again. We will see him compete against CM Punk if need be. We will see him compete. He was doing it in 2011. He will do it again in 2012. Triple H by no means is heading back to the office in a tuxedo. That is not what is in Triple H's future. Triple H is going to be the man. He said it in an in-ring promo and a confrontation with Shawn Michaels. All this is going to be mine. So what are you going to do? Just run the company behind closed doors and have Monday Night Raw turn into Nitro? And have matches be made on shows between wrestlers, no general manager, no authority whatsoever? I mean, is that what you're going to do? Turn Monday Night Raw into Nitro? I mean, that's not fucking productive television. So what you need is you need to have these people on TV. If Triple H is going to be the next Vince McMahon, then he's going to go through the metamorphosis period and be a wrestler and a promoter. In 1998, Vince McMahon became an in-ring performer for the first time ever. And since then, we have seen different roles for the chairman of the company, and we will see different roles for Triple H. We have not seen the last of Triple H and The Undertaker. I don't want to have to come on here and say that this is it. We will see them again, and you have every reason to correct those who are saying this is it, The Undertaker's retired, and Triple H is heading back to the office. I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to something like this. This is not it. There are things to be promoted. There are things to get over. We have WrestleMania's campaign already launched for 2013. I believe April 8th, April 9th is when WrestleMania 29 is going to drop in New York. So with a big venue like New York and WrestleMania 29 being as prestigious as it is, months away from it, you know there are going to be huge stars there for it. Supposing it's The Undertaker and Triple H, or it's Batista and Lesnar having this match that was supposed to happen back in '05. We will see something huge happen at WrestleMania, and it will involve legends, and not just the Hall of Fame induction presentation that happens every year, just 25 minutes left in the show. We will have significant legendary involvement, and we will have a show that we will go home talking about. The streak will be put on the line. We will see Triple H again feuding with someone, if not The Undertaker, for Part 3. We're going to see a lot of stuff. And I just don't want to have to believe that The Undertaker's career is over. I will throw this up as a video archive on our YouTube channel. You can follow it on Twitter and subscribe to our Facebook page for news and video archive.